just getting ready for my Q&A. Hope I answered your question. You're right. I think the first thing anybody needs to do is understand self-awareness. I believe once you start focusing on who you are versus who you wish you were, things will start to change in your life very quickly. I believe that whatever goals you have or improvements you want to make in your life, any aspect of your life, it's fundamentally irrelevant what you want if you don't first know who you are. I mean, I wish I was a backup dancer for Madonna. I really wish that, but it's not who I am. I mean, privately in my bedroom when I play her music, I am, but in my day-to-day life, that's not who I am. I know who I am versus who I wish I was. And I think you know this. But I think you need to realize that most people get stuck on self-awareness because they're so worried about what other people think about what they're doing and what other people are doing. You know what I don't do? I never compare myself to anybody else, ever. I never compare myself to any other coach. I never go on any of their websites. I never say bad things about them. You know why? Because I don't care. I support what they're doing. I think it's awesome. But it doesn't stop me from what I'm doing. And I know for a fact that other people do it to me. Who do you think she is? How is she out there? What does she know? What does she not know? I know that. I don't do that at all. And I'm growing and growing and growing and growing in all aspects of my life. But there are ones out there that focus on comparing themselves to everybody else, including me. And where are they? That's not a great place to be, right? It's not a great place to be. So most people get stuck in becoming self-aware because they're so worried and focused on everything else. What are they going to think if I do that? What are they doing? They didn't do that, and they did this, and they're so worried about everybody else, and everybody else doesn't matter. Their opinions do not matter. You've got to start there. Stop worrying about everybody else. Get clear, get real, and get honest with yourself. What have you not done in your life because you are so worried about what everybody else would think? The biggest leverage I have is that I don't worry about that. I don't worry about it at all. It doesn't even penetrate any part of my mind what other people are doing or what other people think about what I'm doing. My focus is on how I can serve other people, just like people served me when I needed it, right? So that's where I spend my time. That's where my self-awareness becomes. I am aware enough to know that Madonna is not calling me anytime soon to become a backup dancer for her. I'm pretty aware of that. But I am also aware on the flip side, what I'm really good at, what I can really offer people, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty much in love with myself. But I'm also in love with everybody else I meet. You see, there's nothing wrong with saying that. People go, oh, she's so cocky. She's so this. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. I love myself because I know myself and I know what my intention is and I know what I value and I know what my beliefs are, and I work really hard every day to try to instill that in everybody I meet. The first thing I do with a client, the very first thing I do is demand that they learn how to become kind. Kind people, starting with themselves. I am very kind to myself, but I work my ass off to get my message out to people because I know the potential, the true potential that people have, and I understand that they stop themselves from meeting whatever goal they have in mind, whether it's lose weight, find love, get a better job, make more money, be comfortable in their own skin, find peace of mind, whatever it is. I know that they stop themselves because they're so worried about what everybody else thinks and does. They're so worried about comparing themselves and keeping up with other people. I know that. So the first thing we work on is finding that kindness, bringing compassion back. Understand yourself and others through compassion, or you will misunderstand. The second thing I tell people to work on is I teach them how to understand what the 6 human needs we all have. We all have them. And how we meet those needs. Are we reaching those needs that we all have in an empowering or in a disempowering way? That's also becoming self-aware. Then we figure out what beliefs and values they have. Another aspect of becoming self-aware. And when those 3 things are done, then we can get to work. Then I can say, cool, now I know you. Now you finally know you. What outcomes do you want here? What do you want to change? Nothing can happen without self-awareness. How can it? Tell me how it can. Let's talk human being advice here. Giving and doing things in life without expectation of return from others is the greatest leverage you'll have for yourself. When you get honest and get clean with doing something in life without any expectation of return, you will gain such leverage in life. You don't know how to start? You said that you're struggling with how to start, was what the question said. Focus on what you're focusing on. Are you focusing on all the reasons you can't start? Are you focusing on all the excuses that you have? Are you focusing on complaining? I never complain. What's the point in complaining? That's wasting time. And I believe, like I said, wasting time is the biggest regret any of you will have in life. Wasting your time will be, I believe, the biggest regret anybody can and will have in life. Stop wasting your time complaining. Stop wasting your time focusing on all the reasons why you can't do something. Don't underestimate the power of focus. Start focusing on what you want, how you have to get there, and start turning that complaining into gratefulness. Be grateful that you even have the opportunity or the means to send an email out and get advice. Where is the gratitude? So stop with the excuses. People hide behind excuses. They hide behind excuses and it drives me nuts. We all have a story. I honor that. I don't minimize that. But people can get things done even with the story that they have. So if you're struggling with kind of jump starting and getting momentum, great. Ask yourself who you are. If you don't like who you are, ask yourself who you want to be. And then ask yourself, what do I need to do to get there? And then start exploring, why do I do what I do? I want to teach you what the 6 human needs are. So if you don't know them, shoot me an email and I'll shoot it back to you. Or unless you have a question, and I can explain that to people as well. But you've got to get clear with who you are before you can get clear on what outcome you want. Spend some time, be nice to yourself. And say, am I who I am because that's who others want me to be? Or that's what I think others need me to be in order for me to feel certain, significant, loved? Who am I really? Self-awareness, I truly believe, is the first thing you have to do in order to make any type of change or improvement.